Okay, a little short how-to headliner on a 4-bow in this 73 Charger. What I did first was to put the bows in their sleeves. You can see they're in their sleeves. What you'll find is the sleeves might be a little long in places. Another deal with the headliner that I got, the guy actually wrote front on it, so I know which is front and rear. Another thing is a center line. It's got a center line on it, so you can center that line to like that center hole there in the back, and that's where you start, is in the back. And you got your little wires that go on here for the rear to keep it from folding forward. Once you get up front and start tugging on it, that's what's going to keep it from the bows to push forward. You will have to trim the sleeve down a little bit on either side, because like I said, they're a little long in places. I wouldn't trim a whole bunch, just unbunch it from the center here. See how it's kind of bunched up, and then kind of cut over to where it's just sticking out. And if you need more after that, then you can always cut it a little bit more. But I'd say that'd be a good starting point. Where the rear one, you can see, is already sticking out pretty good, but it's still got a little bit of bunching going on here. So I won't cut very much off of those, maybe a 1/2 inch on each side. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna get going here, and I'll show you as the progress goes along. As you guys know, I had this car on a rotisserie, so I painted the roof, cleaned the roof, and sanded it down and painted it. And then I put my sound deadening up there too. So these here were loose from someone stepping on the roof at one point, so I did pull them out and rebend them and welded them back in place. But you might not have to do that. And then I re-seam sealed everything, so you can hear that roof solid. Alright, get back with you. Okay, so trimmed it down where it's sticking out on the both sides. And I'm getting ready to pull this forward where it's tied against the them little hangers right there. You can see they pop off whenever you start to move it. So I'll pull it forward and hang them tight, and then put my second bow in its slots, and then I will just keep doing that until I get it up here. Another thing is, you want to pull your dome off your light up here. That way you can cut a small hole for your light to come out of. Alright, get back with you. Okay, so pulling the first bow up, and you got your little wires connected to it. See? Let me move on to this next one. Okay, trying to do this one-handed here. So this is the second bow. I want my center line to be centered. And once I get that center line centered with it tight across there, you can see that this one is still not cut back quite far enough. So I will go ahead and use my razor knife and open that up a little bit more so that I got a little bit more tug room over that way. Okay, with it centered, now I got a little bit extra room there to pull it that way if I need to, or that way. Moving on to the next one, it'll have to be opened up also. I'll get back with you. Okay, after you get it all the way to the front here with your bows all where they need to be, like I said, you got a little bit of adjustment here on the sides now where you can pull it tight and put your clips on. You got all these teeth up here in the front. What I did is just went here in the center and just put a couple. I didn't do the whole thing yet because I want to try to get it tightened up on the sides. Also, at the same time of doing the rear and pulling it back tight, you'll do the same thing and hook it to the little teeth in the back. But that's kind of the ideal, is you have your adjustments there. Where I think this one's a little loose, I might actually take it up another notch in the holes here because I'm on my bottom hole. So I'll probably take it up one more just to see if it'll tighten it up a little bit. But other than that, I'll get back with you. Okay, so another thing you might want to check while you're doing this is to make sure all your little points are sticking down. Where, see, I got one right there that's not, and one right there that's not. So I want to get those bent back down. Just thought I'd show you that. That way you're not going through the same thing. But other than that, I put this up on one more notch up here. See, instead of the bottom hole, I went to the second hole, and that brought it back up tight against the roof. And now they're all tight against the roof. I'll probably have to get the steamer out and kind of steam some of this as I'm pulling it tight. But anyways, that's a start. I'm almost there. Gonna have to do the clips on the sides and just start tugging and pulling everything tight. Where like the rear, same thing. It's got the little teeth that you pull it tight to. All right, get back with you. All right, so after ordering some side clips, because I forgot all about the side clips, I ordered some, but I think they're a little too small, but they ended up working. But anyway, so after installing the rear bow, putting your hooks on, and then moving to your next one, trimming your sleeves down on each one as you're going. I got it all the way to the front here, and I put these two teeth right here in first, this one and this one. And once I got those two pulled tight with it centered, I came back and I started on this bow here and pulled it tight to this side, and then I went to the next one, pulled it tight to the side, and then same thing here, pulled those tight. Then once I got all these sides tight with the clips on, I did the opposite on that side and went there, 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 and there. So once I got to like right there with the clip, I started in the center here and I worked my way out, pulling the wrinkles out as I went, and clipped them all the way to here. And then I did the same thing on that side. So then I went to the rear, and started in the center again with these two in the center, and then I worked my way that way, pulling the wrinkles out as best as I could until I got to here. And once I got there, I started with these front three, pulled those tight, and then started back around this corner and got those two in, and then I started pulling these 5 tight. Same thing on this side. Started from the center and worked my way out, and for the most part it's pretty tight in there. It's got a few little wrinkles, nothing major. This is from being in the box, folded up in the box. But I'm going to take the steamer, the Stanley steamer, and I'm going to just kind of steam all this and see if I can't get rid of some of those wrinkles from the fold. Either way, longer it's on there on some hot days or whatever, it should start to, because I got it pulled tight to each side, it should start to stretch those wrinkles out. Alright, just thought I'd show you where I was at, because I know almost every car I've ever owned, it's like people take these headliners out and they never put one back in. I don't get it. They're not that hard to put in. So stop taking your headliners out. And if you do take it out, put a new one in. Put you some sound deadening up in there and put it in there. Alright, just thought I'd show you guys.